What's up, guys? Welcome back to Farm Sim 22, the Rags to Riches Hope Belleron France series. I believe this is episode 6, and I have made quite a few changes. So we'll go over the changes. First and foremost, I did get rid of the solid fertilizing tractor and trailer along with the silo. And I now have this liquid fertilizing machine and silo. This is the Berth und Bruin 4200. And then I decided I'm going to try playing with the weeds, with the weed system. So I did get a herbicide machine, which is the Stara Imperador 3.0. And a silo for that as well. And I don't know if I showed it, but I did have these, like a little shed here for eggs, and I had another one on the other side for honey. The problem with those is that I need to feed my chickens. The problem with those is that I could not get either product to spawn in order to sell. But if I set them to sell, they sold just fine. But I don't want them to constantly sell. I want them to sell when I want them to sell, if that makes sense. So I ended up finding this thing, which can actually hold both eggs and honey. And as you can see there, we've got 6,000 liters of eggs, 1,200 liters of honey. So that actually filled up, So all those changes allowed me to do, well, I should actually go over all the changes. So that stuff there, those changes, allowed me to get rid of my cultivator because I learned that this seeder allows me to not have to cultivate, which is really cool. That's another step that I don't have to do, which honestly was replaced by the herbicide, but still. I really don't like cultivating, and I really don't like rolling. They're just two processes I just absolutely despise. I'm not even a fan of mulching, to be honest. But so those were some of the changes that I made. I think those were the only changes I've made. Oh, no. I ended up buying this plot of land over here. So now my farm, I've got these two fields, and I just made them into one big field. So that's actually pretty cool. Ooh, these guys are all doing wheat. You don't know how tempted I am to buy one of these and just flip it. But anyways, so what I've been trying to do is, as you can see here, we've got this silty clay. Expected to get 89% of 89%. So I'm expected to get 100% of the yield for my silty clay. If we come down here, we've got sandy loam. Well, right here we can look at loam. I'm getting 125% out of 125%. So my loam is amazing. That's my best yield at all. And then we've got the sandy loam, which I'm getting 100% out of 100%. So I've got a lot of, this field is, in terms of yield, is the best that I'm going to get. This is the absolute best yield possible. Over here, I did put in this little shed, and what this does is, if I hire a worker, the worker will work like, I think it's like 15% faster, which means I'm spending 15% less money on the worker. So that's actually kind of really cool. Can I open this door? I cannot. Okay. So is that all the changes? No. That is not all the changes. Haha. I actually went through and I bought every single production point on the map that I can buy, with the exception of the biogas plant, because this is like $1 million to buy. and I've got 200,000. So that's not going to happen. However, one thing that I am looking at, and I would love your guys' opinion on it, even though I'm probably going to do it anyways if I'm going to be honest. I'm actually thinking about buying this field because I'm considering doing dairy cows. And the reason why I'm considering doing dairy cows is because I do own the dairy factory. So if we come over here, we see that I own the bakery, and the bakery is producing bread and just storing bread until I get to 7,000 liters or until it's time to sell. So this is just inundated with wheat right now, well, with flour. The carpentry shop, I'm not doing anything with lumber mills or anything like that. I'm just not. That's not going to happen. But I do have the fromage de la cheese de riz. So I could make butter and cheese, but I need milk in order to do it, which is what this is. So I'm thinking maybe I should get some dairy cows. And then I own the grain mill, which this says is presently out of wheat, but it's got 13,000 liters of flour to distribute. Is that this? Because I built this not realizing there was a grain mill on the map. So this has no more flour, but it's got 25,000 liters in storage, so that's not this one. I do have the grape processing unit. I'm not going to do anything with that. I have the spinnery. Not going to do anything with that. The sawmill. I'm not doing anything with that. This must be the one I'm talking about. Maybe I should just rename it so I know for sure. Yeah, it's this one here. So once this one is completely emptied, I'm just going to sell this because I do own the town's grain mill, which is right here. So I do own this now. So that's something that I'm doing, and you know what? I really should just come in here. Okay. If I do this, I thought there was a way I could rename these. Oh, you know what? Let's go here. Aha! Rename. I'm just gonna name it as Sell Me. That way I know for sure which one I'm gonna sell once it's empty. So that should, yeah, there we go, Sell Me. Cool, so once this one is empty of flour, I'm just gonna sell it. What else? So yeah, the plans is to build a dairy farm, and the one I want to get is pretty dang big, which is why I'm looking at buying this plot of land. The other issue that I've been having, or that I'm really confused about, is my environmental score. I'm only at 67, which bothers me. And it's only my OCD that's bothering me on it. It really doesn't matter. Your environmental score is just a bonus on top of your harvest. It does absolutely nothing for your harvest. Alright? It does nothing. It's just a bonus on top of it. So you've got tillage, which is harrowing, plowing, cultivating, stuff like that. We don't need to do that, so this should be at 100%. Or it should give me the best score possible here, but it's not. Soil sampling. This should be maxed out because I bought the soil samples, but it's not maxed out. What the frick? Weed control. There's no weeds, or at least there better not be any frickin' weeds. We'll have to look at the other thing. pH value. My pH value is perfect, so this should be maxed out. My nitrogen is perfect, so this should be maxed out. The only thing I'm thinking is what's changing these two, and quite possibly tillage, is you see this dark line right here? That's where I cut the field off. And I think it's still counting this stuff as part of the environmental score. Which, if that's the case, I hope Giant Software changes that in the future, because it should not be counting this. This is no longer part of the field. So yeah, that's got me a little weirded out, I guess you can say. I'm also thinking about playing around and getting. It would be under tools, wouldn't it? You would probably be able to answer that question if you knew what the question was. Is it here? Where's freaking tools? Tools. I had to have passed it multiple times, and I apologize. Levelers, animals, dollies, weights. Is it under miscellaneous? I wouldn't imagine. Well, you know what? I bet it is under miscellaneous now that I'm looking at it. So I am looking. Yeah, it is under here. So I'm thinking about buying this. The Asaria Scout. So what this does is I take this and I take soil samples manually and send those samples off to be analyzed. So I'm thinking maybe if I do soil samples of just my field, maybe that'll reset it? I honestly don't know. I have no clue. Actually, how much is that? It's only 17,000. You know, I'm just going to buy it. I'll probably do that after this next harvest just to see if there's any difference at all. Oh, there's something else. There's something else I wanted to talk about, and I'm flipping, losing my mind trying to remember what it was. I honestly, I just had a mind blank. But yeah, so that, I don't know. Oh, yeah. So if we come here, so we can see how much we got on each plot. So like on 41, we ended up getting 39,000 liters of product. And after all of our deductions and all that good stuff, it said we made $11,000 off of it. Whatever that means. And I think this might be, you know what, okay, this is just what we used, and this is the cost. Okay. So it breaks it down for you really well on your cost, and, you know, I spent $2,427 doing all this stuff. So I made 11,000 there. If we go to field 40, I made 5,000. And we came off with 21,000 liters with this little one. So I'm bringing in around 50,000 liters between this one big field, which is really two fields. So not bad. Not bad at all. And you know what? I think we have the money. We could buy this. It's only 112,000. Should I just buy it and just prepare for the dairy cows? I think that might be what I do. And then if I go into sheeps, then I could actually start taking stuff to the spinnery. So that might be an idea. Oh, that's just all the chickens and stuff like that. You know what? Did I buy that? I don't think I did. I meant to buy this. Okay, we're gonna buy that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna turn this into our dairy cow area. Well, up here and in this field. This is all gonna be dairy cows. Maybe potentially we'll turn this field over here, owned by Leopold de Villepin. We might buy it off of him, and we might do sheep. What do sheep eat, guys? Because I don't know. I have no clue. So, like, I know I have enough straw to start off my dairy farm. That's not an issue. Sheep. So they do hay. They do grass and hay. So actually, if I set this up correctly, I can get wool from these guys. I want to do like pastures though. I mean, that I'm kind of big on that because I want the animals to be kind of free roaming a little bit. So like if I were to put the sheep pen, say over here, turn this field into a grass field, then I can feed the sheep grass and straw, or grass and hay. I can feed the cows the straw. The chickens are already getting fed. Yeah, okay. So with the cows, I'm thinking there's a big one that I want to get, and that might be a problem. It might be a problem. So which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, this one's got the feeding robot. So you see how big this is? But I mean, I could theoretically set it down like right here. Wait, no, I couldn't. I have a point right there. I mean, I could set it like right here. Yeah, I could do that. I could set it right there. Or even right there. Still have enough room for the sheep pen. We can do this. Guys, we can do this. This might be a thing. So we might go into sheep and cows. Because I would... Why did that clear off? That's so weird. And then I'll just buy up this field, and this will be my grass field, which doesn't really care about anything. Like the soil doesn't matter with grass. It just does not matter. So that might be a thing. And then I'll just buy some different equipment for the grass. Like I'll need a mower. I could still lime and weed and fertilize with the same stuff. I'll just need to get a mower. And I can even make bales with my baler. I might need to get a different bale wagon, because this one's definitely for cows and it's not full yet, so I might have to get a different bale wagon, but I can use everything else. Oh wait, no, because this one's got straw in it, so I'd have to get a different baler. Or I don't even need to do that, guys. I don't even need to do that. I can just get a forage wagon and just drop that stuff off. Although bales are easier to stack and stuff like that. They're easier to store. So that's probably what I'm going to do. That's kind of the future of what I'm looking at doing. And my God, that's got to be some cold balloon rides. Oh my goodness. That has to be a really frigid hot air balloon ride. Oh, chickens. We need to feed the chickens. Son of a gun. I got all distracted by looking at the balloons. So that's just kind of what I'm looking at doing. I definitely want to buy the biogas plant because we're going to be producing manure and stuff that we can sell to the biogas plant or use it at the biogas plant to make money. So I really want to eventually buy that, which is another reason why I want to go into cows. And I think that'll be the next step, is doing the dairy cow stuff. And then I'll think about doing sheep later, but once I get the biogas plant, it's basically game one for our goals of owning the entire province of Haut-Belleron. I mean, I can continue to play and buy up all the farmland. I mean, that's certainly an option, and I might just do that. We're going to see, because Farm Sim 2025 does not come out until November 12th. So I've got plenty of time. So I just may actually buy up the whole frickin' map, because Lord knows I am going to have the time to do that. So, yeah, you know what? It might be something worth doing. Here you go, chickens. I am so sorry I forgot to feed you. That is my bad, 100%. We got 50 liters of wheat left. I guess I'll just drop it off over here. We'll just put it back in the silo, I suppose. Let's not run into the silo. That would be good. Not that our silo would take damage, but still. There we go. We'll give it a wash out in the field in freezing cold temperatures. Why not? So, yeah, there we are, guys. I'm just going to continue going until I can buy the cow pasture and cows. And then I'll bring you guys in for that, because that'll be a major update. Otherwise, it's just the same stuff over and over again. It's just harvesting the field, putting the wheat into the mills, you know, doing some sell-offs here and there of product. Nothing really too exciting. Nothing certainly worth making another video about, so I'll spare you that. So there you have it, guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. If I've earned it, hit the subscribe button. And as always, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll catch you in the next one.